What's up guys, D-Train here. I'm back making new videos, and today I'm going to show you a little tutorial video on how to use the Gowiwi strategy, or at least how I use it. There's lots of different ways people use it, so I thought maybe my own way would be helpful to some people, so I decided to share. And so first thing we'll do is we look at the base. Obviously it's a max base, with level 40 heroes, so it's not going to be easy to attack without high-level heroes, which I don't have. But the first thing you want to look at is the multi-target infernos. You either want to attack from the bottom or the top on this base, because if you attack from the sides, you're taking the multi-target infernos at two at the same time on both sides. So that'll fry your wizards and witches very quickly. So it's bad to do that for Gowiwi attacks, unless they're really close together and you can freeze them both at the same time with a single freeze spell, and then with two freezes you might be able to get to both before they take out your wizards and witches, which would be ideal. So I'm going to lure the heroes now. I always try to lure the heroes as far away from defenses as possible. So left or right side both work here because they're the same. I just chose to use the right side. I didn't choose the bottom for two reasons. The first reason being that if I chose the bottom, I wouldn't have a golem in front of the witches or the wizards there, so they would just die. So it would be pretty useless, because I don't drop my center golem until the very end, as you'll see. So there's that reason. And then the other reason I didn't want to do that is because the Barbarian King and Archer Queen are on two different sides of the base, as you can see. Or that's where they're stationed. So they'd come down with the Barbarian King on the left-hand side, the Archer Queen on the right-hand side, and then the angle would be funky. And I can move around the angle, but it's just easier not to have to. Because if the Archer Queen's a little off to the side, she can take out your witches, which is obviously a raid killer. So I lured the clan castle because I knew it was in it, because somebody else had already attacked this base. And then I drop a golem, followed up by wall breakers. I did a much better job on the left-hand side, because the golem on that side took the wizard tower splash damage, while the wall breakers got right through. The other side, I was lucky that they made it through. But they did make it through, so it was all fine. So you'll notice basically the strategy is just drop a golem on the left side and the right side, followed by wizards, clear all that out, and then as you'll see down here at the bottom, I drop a rage spell. I drop my last golem, all of the rest of my witches and wall breakers, and if you look to the left and the right, there's nowhere else to go for my troops and my Barbarian King and Archer Queen except for right down the center towards the town hall. So that's pretty ideal if it clears out this well. Wall breakers enter. I freeze the Inferno so that my wizards stay alive. I rage them, and then I throw down my last freeze. They weren't the best freeze spell placements, but they worked fine. Then I throw down my last rage, and the Barbarian King goes down, but the Archer Queen's on that town hall under rage, so she'll have no problem taking out the town hall for the 2-star win. I was pretty happy with this. Couldn't really have gone any better. And so that's how that goes on that particular base. It's pretty similar on any other base you can think of. This is my troop composition. I would recommend always bringing 3 golems rather than 2 golems, unless you have super high level heroes, and then, you know, for example, my clanmate Metador in Lost Phoenix, he makes it work with 2 golems, and I believe he has max heroes. But if you have low or medium level heroes, it's a lot easier to use the 3rd golem, and I do like to delay the 3rd golem just because it takes all the fire from the expos and other defenses, so that my heroes stay alive longer. I bring 3 witches, 2 in the clan castle, to take out the heroes. That's generally sufficient. I bring all the barbs. I like to keep a good buffer between my heroes and the witches. Because if the witches die against level 40 heroes, you're really just, your raid's over. So I'd really like to protect them. This particular attack, I brought 3 rage, 2 freeze. I would highly recommend 2 rage, 2 freeze, and then a lightning, so that you can take out clan castles with 2 witches. This only had 1 witch in the clan castle, and I already knew that, so I just brought an extra rage. Also could have brought an extra freeze instead of the rage. All combinations work, but this is my standard army that I use. 20 wall breakers. You can bring more or less. It really depends on what base you're facing. If this is just what I bring for every raid, but if you're in a clan war, you can tweak it depending on the base. Some aren't going to need as many wall breakers, some are going to need more, and so then you can add a witch, or you can add wizards, or whatever you want. You could also shrink down the number of barbarians. That would work also, but that's how this attack strategy works. I'll be coming out soon with more videos showing Gowiwi attacks. And I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.